Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our Honorable Chief Guest Professor B.P. Garg, Controller of Examination, former Registrar, Central University, Punjab, Honorable Dr. Mahesh Bundele, Director, Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur, respected Dr. Pankaj Dhemla, Vice Principal, Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur, Dr. Meher Chand, Professor, Department of Mathematics, BFC Bhatinda and President of MTTF Fazilka, Dr. Shilpi Jain, Professor, Department of Mathematics, Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur, and one and all present here. I, Dr. Neha Mehla, Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Engineering, honored to be your host for this session. On the behalf of entire Purnima College of Engineering fraternity, I extend a warm welcome to Faculty Development Program on Enhancing Research Paper Writing and Publication Skills, organized by Purnima College of Engineering Jaipur, Research and Development Cell PCE Jaipur, and MathTech Thinking Foundation Fazilka, India. Today we gather here not only to explore the vast realm of the skills with respect to research paper writing, but also to empower our educators with the knowledge and tools necessary to nurture the research with academic leaders. We are honored to have with us our chief guest, Professor B.P. Garg, Controller of Examination, former Registrar, Central University, Punjab. As a token of our deep appreciation, we would like to felicitate our today's chief guest by bouquet and memento. For this, I would like to request Professor Mahesh Bundele, Director, Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur, to present a token of respect to our esteemed resource person, Professor B.P. Garg.
Warm welcome to Professor Garg. Welcome, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request the coordinator of this program, Dr. Shilpi Jain.
Good afternoon, one and all. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor B.P. Garg, Controller of Examination, former Registrar, Central University, Punjab. Respected Professor Mahesh Bundele, Director and Principal, Purnima College of Engineering. Respected Professor Pankaj Dhemla, Vice Principal, Purnima College of Engineering. Respected Dr. Meher Chand, President of MTTF, worthy colleagues and participants. First of all, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to Faculty Development Program focused on enhancing research paper writing and publication skills. Today mark the beginning of an exciting journey towards honing of abilities as educator, researcher, and authors. In academia, the written word holds immense power. It is through our research paper that we contribute the collective body of knowledge, shaping and discourse in our respective field and driving innovation forward. However, we recognize that the process of crafting and publishing research paper can be both challenging and intricate. The Enhancing Research Paper Writing and Publication Skills Faculty Development Program is a collaborative initiative of Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur and Math Tech Thinking Foundation, Fajika, India. This collective effort leverages expertise from academia, industry, and research domain to deliver a comprehensive learning experience to participants. Engaging in this FDP not only improves the research capabilities of faculty members and researchers individually, but also contributes significantly to enhancing research standards and scholarly output within their respective institutions. The Enhancing Research Paper Writing and Publication Skills FDP aims to equip faculty and research with vital skills for writing quality papers and navigating publication processes effectively. Participants will gain insight into writing techniques, research methodology, literature reviews, data analysis, publication ethics, and peer review. By improving research ability, participants bolster their academic profiles and enhance in institutional research standard and scholarly contribution. That is why we have gathered here today. This program is designed to provide us with the guidance, resources, and support needed to navigate this journey with confidence and proficiency. As a convener, let me inform you that the session will be based on the research area as follows. Session 1 will be based on Introduction to Research Paper Writing. Session 2 will be based on Research Methodology and Data Analysis. Research 3 on Writing Literature Review and Result Discussion. Session 4 based on Publishing and Peer Review Process. Session 5 based on project proposal writing for funding opportunities. I encourage each of you to approach this faculty development program with an open mind and a spirit of curiosity. Let us seize this opportunity to learn from one another, share our experiences, and explore new avenues for growth and development. Together, let us embark on this journey towards excellence in research, paper writing, and publication. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our speakers, facilitators, and participants for their invaluable contribution to this program. Your expertise, insight, and enthusiasm are the cornerstone of its success. Thank you for joining us today, and I look forward an inspiring and fruitful journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Definitely, it is going to be a valuable one. Now, I would like to request the director, Purnima College of Engineering, Professor Mahesh Bundele, for the welcome address.
Yes, good afternoon, one and all. Chief guest of this afternoon, Professor B.P. Garg, Controller of Examination, Farmer Register, Central University, Punjab. Dr. Meher Chand, President, MPTF. Dr. Pankaj Demla, Vice Principal, Purnima College. Dr. Shilpi Jain, and dear participants, friends. It's indeed a great pleasure today to have a collaborative event with MDTF. It is fulfilling two aspects. One is having a collaboration and organizing activities in collaboration. So I must congratulate Dr. Shilpi Jain for this. Second aspect is the topic is wisely selected on the topic enhancing research paper writing and publication, which is very important and essential, you can say, the requirement of most of the researchers, not only researchers, but faculty also. Because these days, what happens, the students are doing an innovative project, faculty members are doing innovative research, and the writing and presenting your work is much more important than the kind of work you have done, because paper writing is an art, and writing to the extent of requirements of any specific journal of a specific level, say Scopus, SCI, SCIE, and so on. So there are certain requirements which the author doesn't know. There are certain techniques and tricks and the methodology, particularly going in depth of your own work, analyzing in depth your own work, correlating mathematically your work, and presenting it to the in the expected format and to the extent of desired by the peer reviewers. Therefore, I hope that the speakers during next 5 days of this FDP would be delivering the important contents as required for making all the parts about the writing skill, particularly the kind of contents required into and fitting into the required structure, which is almost general structure of any general format, general paper format. And therefore, you have to go to the research journal where you are targeting for publishing. You have to read the author guidelines. You have to read the content guidelines. You have to read the publication and formatting guidelines. All those are essential things, because these are the preliminary checks where the editor or chief editor goes through and checks, and the plagiarism, of course, similarity. So if you are not fitting into these preliminary requirements, it will be rejected without any peer review. If it passes through this process, preliminary checks, then goes to peer reviewers. The peer reviewers expect your content to be stronger enough as per their requirement in a specific field of the topic of research. And therefore, all these things are very much essential for our students as well as faculty members. I would request all the participants to attend the sessions sincerely and attentively, take note of everything, and try to implement and percolate the information among your colleagues and students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Professor B.P. Garg is currently the Controller of Examinations and Registrar of Central University, Punjab, Batinda. Professor Garg obtained postgraduate and doctorate degree in mathematics from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla, and MPhil degree in mathematics from Kurukshetra University, Haryana. Professor Garg specializes in viscous fluid dynamics, heat mass transfer, thermoelasticity, and MHD. He has supervised 7 doctoral theses. He has published 57 research papers in national and international journals. He served as principal in affiliated colleges of IK Gujral, Punjab Technical University, Jalandhar for more than 8 years, and he also served as registrar for a term of 3 years in IK Gujral, Punjab Technical University, Jalandhar. Apart from teaching, he has vast administrative experience of education institutions. Let's welcome Professor BP Garg to enlighten us on this occasion. Please, sir.
Respected dignitaries, Professor Dr. Mahesh Bandel, Director Principal, Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur, Professor Dr. Pankaj Demla, Vice Principal, Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur, Dr. Mihir Chand, Professor, Department of Mathematics, Baba Farid College, Batinda, and President of Math Tech Thinking Foundation, Fazilka, Professor Dr. Shilpi Jain, Event Coordinator, Purnima College of Engineering, Jaipur. And first of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers for conducting this very important, valuable faculty development program on the topic enhancing research paper writing and publication skills, which is the need of the hour, as it has been beautifully explained by Professor Dr. Mahesh Bandel, the various specifications, the details regarding the publications, and so many other precautions. No doubt, faculty members, researchers, educators must update their knowledge, skills. The role of these faculty development programs in today's scenario is very important. As per the NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, it is the requirement that every faculty member, particularly the higher education institutions, are going to start the 4-year degree programs in the arts colleges or science colleges, where in this degree will be awarded to the students a bachelor degree with research, where in the 4th year they have to publish, they have to do the research work. So it is the requirement. So every student from this time onward has to have the published research papers. These type of faculty development programs where the knowledge and skill is updated all the faculty members, and they will then able to train their students in a perfect manner. So all higher education institutions must organize these type of faculty development programs, training programs regarding the research paper publications. The students should not be consider it as a phobia. Sometimes research is considered as a phobia. Whenever we talk about the research, patent और एक्सपेरिमेंट, तो हमारे जो गांव के जो लोग हैं, फार्मर्स हैं, विलेजर्स हैं, और किसान है, लोहार है, कारपेंटर्स है, मेसन्स है, they often afraid of these things, that research is something sophisticated and we are unable to publish a research paper. It is the responsibility of our faculty members. It is our responsibility to get them trained regarding how to publish a beautiful research paper, how to publish a quality research paper. No doubt, our villagers have a lot of skill, lot of knowledge. They can patent their knowledge, they can patent their skill, but there is a one thing, that is a phobia of language bar. Sometimes when research is considered, sometimes when patents, we talk about the patents, तो उसमें जो सबसे बड़ी जो हिंड्रेंस है विलेजर्स को आती है, और जो किसानों को आती है, और जो हमारे जो मैसन्स है, कारपेंटर्स है, तो जो इनकी स्किल है, तो हमारी जो जिम्मेदारी है कि उस स्किल को हम अपनी भाषा में उसको रिसर्च पेपर का एक कैसे बनाना है, तो उसको फैसिलिटेट करें, so that maximum knowledge of Indian knowledge system can be documented. आज की डेट में क्या है, जो इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम है वो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में उसमें कमी है. हमारा जो ग्रंथों में इतना ज्ञान है उसको भी रिसर्च पेपर में लाना चाहिए, सो दैट वर्ल्ड में भी अवेयर अबाउट द नॉलेज सिस्टम ऑफ इंडिया. तो देयरफॉर दीज जो आपने ये प्रोग्राम कंडक्ट कर रहे हो, इसमें फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम, तो आने वाले 5 दिनों में बहुत सारे सेशन, जैसे डॉक्टर शिल्पी जैन ने डिटेल में बताया को सेशन 1 2 3 4 5 5 दिन में जो प्रोग्राम चलेंगे तो फैकल्टी मेंबर इसमें बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे। तो इसमें मैं और भी कहना चाहूंगा कि अगर स्टूडेंट भी अगर कोई इन्वॉल्व होते हैं तो दे शुड बी इनकरेज्ड टू अटेंड दिस टाइप ऑफ फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम्स सो दैट मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट ऑफ दिस प्रोग्राम कैन बी अचीव्ड। तो इनमें जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं तो आने वाले समय में वो तो आपको ज्यादा बता पाएंगे हाउ टू राइट ए क्वालिटी रिसर्च पेपर, हाउ टू क्राफ्ट और पब्लिश ए क्वालिटी रिसर्च पेपर। तो आप इसमें प्रोग्राम में बहुत कुछ सीखोगे। तो आपने मतलब यू हैव गिवन मी द अपॉर्चुनिटी। आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेक द मच टाइम बिकॉज इट इज नॉट माय टॉपिक इवन। और आपसे ही बल्कि कुछ ज्यादा सीखने को मिलेगा। So I express my sincere gratitude to the organizers, particularly to the management of the engineering college, who have given me the opportunity to come forward here and express my views. I think I would be thankful to all, each and every member of you, particularly the event coordinator, who have taken a sincere effort. And these programs are very difficult to conduct because faculty members, it is to bring the faculty members on a single platform. It is a big challenge nowadays, but it is your sincere effort that you are bringing all the faculty members, researchers, educators on the single platform, and they will be trained how to write good quality research papers, how to craft, or how to publish research papers. Thank you. Thank you to all of you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your presence in this program have given us strength and guidance to provide valuable efforts in the field of research. Thank you so much for the words of wisdom. Towards the end of this inaugural session, I would like to request Dr. Mehar Chand, President MTTF Fazilka, for vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me. Respected guest Professor BP Garg, esteemed dignitaries Professor Mahesh Bundela, Professor Pankaj Dhevla, Professor Shilpi Jain, distinguished speakers Dr. Santanu Malik, Dr. Neha Mahela, Mr. Jatin Bansal, our faculty members, participants, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On the behalf of Purima College of Engineering, Mathematics and Mathematics Thinking Foundation and committee member of FDP, I extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to everyone who has contributed to making this inaugural faculty development program on research, paper writing and publication skill a grand success. We honored and privileged to have had the presence of our esteemed chief guest, Professor BP Garg, Controller of Examination and former Registrar of the Central University of Punjab, Bathinda, whose insightful words have enlightened us. Your vast experience and wisdom have set a benchmark for all of us. I express my sincere gratitude to Professor Mahesh Bundela, Director and Principal, Professor Purima College of Engineering, Jaipur, for gracing this occasion with his presence and invaluable support. We are grateful to Professor Pankaj Dhemla, Vice Principal, and Professor Shilpi Jain, Event Coordinator, for their tireless efforts in organizing this event seamlessly. A special thanks to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Santanu Malik from the Department of Civil Engineering and Dr. Neha from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Purima College of Engineering, Jaipur, whose expertise has enriched our understanding of the research paper writing and publication skills. We also extend our gratitude to Mr. Jatin Bansal, Executive Member of Mathematics Thinking Foundation, for sharing his insight and perspective during this program. We would like to acknowledge the contribution of all the faculty members, participants, and volunteers whose dedication and hard work have made this event to organize this event. Your active participation and engagement have truly made the difference. Last but not least, a big thank you to support the staff, technical team, and everyone behind the scene who has worked tirelessly to ensure the for the smooth functioning of the program. In conclusion, your presence and contribution have made this FDP in the organization and will enriching experience for all the participants. Let us carry forward to the knowledge gained here today and continue to strive the excellence in the research and publication. Thank you once again. We look forward to this contribute and support for the participation in the future. And I would like to add some more information about to this program. to all the participants who are showing the interest in this ongoing faculty development program. All the sessions will be recorded, available in the future also. And for each session corresponding, there will be the assignment will be available, which you need to submit after the session, and the link of the feedback as well as the assignment will be available in your account where you have registered. Some of the participants from the different time zone who are not able to register but are the part of this faculty development program from the African countries. So the link of all the sessions as well as assignment and feedback form will be available in their groups which we have created. And I hope that this event will be over with grand success with the support of the speakers from the entire team who are working behind this to make this event successful. So once again, thank you to all the participants and the organizing team members, and have a wonderful ahead. Thank you to all.
Thank you everyone for your patience, hearing and valuable time. Now I request everyone to open your front camera for group photograph.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Now proceed.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Akshay Jain for the welcome of our today's first speaker.
So today our first speaker is Dr. Rajendra Kumar Uppal sir. Rajendra Kumar Uppal sir, a prolific writer, a man of letters, a distinguished professor of emeritus and acclaimed academician. He is presently serving the most exalted institute, Baba Farid College of Management and Technology, Punjab, as a professor cum principal. He is also MTC Global Chair, Professor Banking and Finance. Dr. Uppal is also research professor in the area of finance at Indian Institute of Finance, New Delhi. He is visiting professor at Trinity Groups of Institution, Jalandhar, KC Groups of Institution, Navan Shahar, Vishesh School of Management, Indore, Lala Lajpat Rai Institute of Technology, Moga. Rajendra Uppal sir has published more than 50 papers in international and national journal. He has also published the national and international patent. He is also a frequent reviewer, discussant, and on session chair for several professional organizations. Truly, he is a visionary in the field of banking and finance, with exceptional theoretical and applied contribution in the subject. Little did he know that his inclination toward a subject would ignite his passion in a way that would lead him to make a global record, completing the maximum number of major postdoctoral research projects on banking and finance. He has registered his name in India Book of Record, Asia Book of Records, International Book of Record, and World Book of Record. Over to you, sir.
Professor Uppal, please share your screen.
Very Honorable President of Math Tech Thinking Foundation, Dr. Mihir Chand Ji, Baba Farid College, Department of Mathematics, Bathinda, his team, members of this faculty development program, Purinuma College of Engineering, Jaipur, Research and Development Cell, Purinuma College of Engineering, Jaipur, Math Tech Thinking Foundation. My special congratulations to Dr. Shilpi Jain, coordinator of this FDP program, Dr. Malik, Dr. Neha, and Mr. Jatan Vansal, research scholar, Central University of Punjab, Bathinda, Dr. Akshay Jain, and participants from India and from other countries. This type of faculty development program is very useful for the researchers, scholars, and those persons who are interested in writing research papers. Once again, I congratulate to Mihir Chand Ji and his team for organizing and selecting a very relevant topic in the present scenario. Today, I will share with the participants how to write a quality research paper, what are the type of skills are available, and how we should try to write a research paper in a reputed research journal. I will share my experience with all of you. First of all, there is one committee, that is the American Society for Cell Biology. He has given some reasons why the research papers are always rejected. For example, according to this committee, the first and most important factor is responsible for the rejection of our research paper is our high expectation that our paper should be published in top rated research journal like Economic and Political Weekly, Vision. So many journals are available, and our expectations, any research scholar has expectation that his or her research paper should be published in the top most SCI journal or Scopus journal. Either it is up to the mark or not. According to this committee, 77 papers are rejected due to our high expectations and low level of our paper. Second reason, according to this committee, is poor research methodology. 71% papers are rejected due to poor research methodology we use in our research papers. Sometimes we are not clear whether we are using methods of research or research methodology. And similarly, third reason, this according to this committee, is poor statistical knowledge. Many research scholars, especially beginners, have no knowledge of statistical techniques, which method should be used, which method is more appropriate. According to this committee, 58% research papers are rejected by the top rated research journals due to the poor statistical knowledge, and 39% papers are rejected due to the lack of knowledge to collect the primary and secondary data. Then this is a common 29% papers are rejected due to poor language, grammatical mistakes. We see many times in the research paper very poor language is used. There are so many grammatical mistakes are there, and when such type of problem is there in the research paper, it will be rejected. 29% papers are rejected due to the poor language. Similarly, when our paper is rejected, then the research scholar always feel depressed. My research paper has been rejected. But in my opinion, I have written more than 300 research paper in various Scopus and UGC and SCI research journals, and my experience is when our paper is rejected, no doubt we will get depression. But we should learn from this rejection, and we should try to improve our paper in such a way that second time our paper should not be rejected. Similarly, there are more reasons for the rejection of our research paper. There is a expert committees. According to experts, our papers are rejected when we send for the publication. The manuscript does not fall within the journal's aim and scope. Sometimes we send the paper to a journal, but according to the aims and policies of the research journal, your paper does not match and your paper will be rejected. Similarly, a research paper is being reviewed by another journal. Sometimes we send the paper in 2 or 3 more journals, and when they will ask us whether your paper is under review in some another journal, if we say yes, then your paper will be rejected. Even writing is strange. Sometimes our writing style is very strange, very poor, and a research paper is rejected. Your article does not follow the writing standard of the journal. When we submit the research paper, we should always read the guidelines of the research journal, and then we should write the paper. If we will not follow the guidelines, then immediately by the editor or chief editor, our research paper will be rejected. A research paper does not add value to the journal. Sometimes our research paper is rejected because it does not will uplift the journal. Then the research paper will be rejected. Then unclear hypothesis. Normally we use 2 types of hypothesis: null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. If we will not use the proper hypothesis, and we are not clear regarding the hypothesis, then our research paper is definitely rejected. Lack of supporting evidences. Sometimes in the writing part of our research paper, we write so many things. This is like this, but there are no proof. There is no evidence. There is no findings, such type of findings which we are giving emphasis in the research paper. If these things are not available in your research paper, definitely your research paper will be rejected. In inclusive results, sometimes results are very strange, inclusive, even then research paper will be rejected. Violation of research ethics, even then research paper will be rejected. The procedures and analysis of the data is seen to the defective. The conclusions cannot be justified on the basis of the rest of the paper. It is a boring paper. If these types of points are there, when your paper will be reviewed by the experts, it definitely will be rejected. Paper is not prepared according to the journal guidelines. The paper does not make contribution to the new knowledge. Literature is incomplete. Actually, why I am discussing all these things, expert opinion or committee's findings, the researcher should keep in mind before to write a research paper, before to submit a research paper in a journal. All these things should not be in your paper. You must keep in mind before to write, before to submit the paper, that these points we should keep in mind. And when a reviewer will see your paper, he will definitely check your paper on the basis of these points. Now, there are so many types of research papers are available. We must be very clear which type of research paper we are going to write. For example, there is a one type that is a analytical research paper. Analytical research paper, when we analyze the problem in our research paper from all points and draw a conclusion that these points are more important and these points are mediocre or less important, then this type of paper becomes analytical research paper. For example, if someone is working on poverty in India, then in India there are so many factors are responsible for the poverty in India. For example, high population, then unemployment, our education system, low skilled education people. All these things when we study in a paper, and at the end of our paper and draw a conclusion that these factors are more important, then such type of paper becomes analytical research paper. Each and every scholar should keep in mind which type of research paper he or she is going to write. Then argumentative research paper is another type in any field, either it is an engineering field or it is a social sciences management field. Argumentative research paper, suppose you are writing a research paper, there are two types of research paper. One argument in favor of, second argument against of that. Then this type of paper becomes argumentative research paper. For example, in our country, last year, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, introduced 3 laws for farmers. That he said, if in India, if we adopt, farmers will adopt these 3 laws of new laws in agriculture sector, their income will be double. This argument given by the Honorable Prime Minister or Modi government. Then on the other hand, especially in Punjab, Haryana, UP, farmers are against these laws. Then there are 2 types of opinion is there. One is saying these laws are very good laws and income will become double. And on the other hand, they are not agree with this proposal. If we are writing such type of paper, then it becomes argumentative research paper. Then cause and effect research papers. Sometimes we we have a problem which is a cause, and second is the effect. For example, in our country, our students are not interested to stay in India. They are ready to leave India. Why it's so? What is the cause? Cause is our education system is not creating skilled education. Our education system is not attached with the jobs, but the students are preferring, say, Canada, Australia, America. Their education system is good, and that is why they are leaving. One is the cause. Cause is our defective policies, defective system, and effect is our youth is leaving our country. If we, and in the same way, when we write the research paper, so many problems in our mind are such of are like this. Okay, one is the cause, second is the effect. So we must be very clear. Then experimental research paper, sometimes we conduct a experiment, and on the basis of the finding of the experiment and write the research paper on the basis of the finding. For example, if I will talk to the Punjab, in the Malwa belt of Punjab, there is a maximum cancer patient. If we make a experiment, what are the reasons of this cancer in Malwa belt of Punjab, then such type of paper becomes experimental research paper. So many problems, another problems are there. If we conduct a experiment and write the research paper, then this type of paper becomes experimental research paper. Then survey research paper. Sometimes we conduct the survey, and on the basis of the survey, we may write the research paper. For example, during Corona, online education was introduced in India, and whether it is a good or bad, many teachers, many researchers have started make a research whether this type of online education is good or bad. If we conduct such type of survey-based research, then this is becomes survey research paper. Then problem solution research paper. Suppose there is a one problem and you are giving one strategy, one theory, one model, that and you are putting in your research paper. If we adopt this type of model, if such type of strategy, then this type of research paper becomes problem solution research paper. For example, in our country, there is a unemployment, and government is saying that if we adopt a new education policy 2020, if we adopt this policy, or it will create more skill education, and in the future the problem of unemployment may be reduced. If we are writing such type of paper, then it becomes problem solution research paper. Then a report paper simply is a very common. If there is one report on any issue, and on the basis of that report, if you are writing a research paper, then it becomes a report writing paper. Then this is again very important paper, working paper and vision paper. Working paper, if we are working on a particular problem for long period, then such type of paper becomes working paper. For example, in our country, Government of India in 90 introduced new economic policy, LPG, and at that time, Narasimha Rao ji was Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh was Finance Minister. Dr. Manmohan Singh said, if we adopt new economic policy, LPG, after some times we will be out of crisis. 7 years from 91 to 97, government introduced first reforms, and you will see after 97, when Dr. Manmohan Singh evaluated, then there was a big improvement in Indian economy. Then he said, we will continue the earlier programs, and he introduced some new part. If we are writing such type of paper, then it becomes working paper. Similarly, some may vision paper. For example, our Prime Minister is saying that India will become third economy in the world in 2047. If how it will become, if we are writing such type of visionary paper, then it becomes a vision paper. Why I am discussing all these 6 or 7 types? In my opinion, when I started to write a research paper in Scopus and SCI or UGC list, some peer-reviewed research journal, I always mentioned in my research paper in the abstract part, which type of paper I am writing. In the below of the abstract, I always write that this is the type of my research paper. It is my experience, and on the basis of experience, I will suggest the researchers kindly adopt this policy, and you must write which type of paper you are writing. Now, how to write a quality research paper? It is a art. It is a art, and each and every researcher should learn this art, how to write a quality research. Now I will share various components or parts of a research paper. Now, for example, how to write a qualitative paper. What are the components of a research paper? What parts should be in your research? Number 1, title. Title of the research paper should be very, very clear. When reviewers or researchers study your paper, it should be very clear. The internal part should justify the title. Then introduction. It is again very normally we write 3 or 4 pages of introduction. No need. You write only very brief. What the problem is, clarity of the research objective. I will discuss all these points. At the initial, I am just telling the first title of the research paper should be very clear. Introductory part should be very clear and very brief. Then methods. You may write the word methods in your research paper, or you may write the research methodology. There is a difference between the methods and research methodology. You must be very, very clear which word you are using. Results, discussion, and even one review of literature, research gap. All these should, and references and note. All these are the parts of your research paper. I will discuss in detail. Now, when you submit the research paper in the research journal, you should check your research paper. All these things should be there in your research paper. For example, title, very clear. Second, abstract. Without the abstract, research paper should not be published. It is a very, very important part in the research. Title, abstract, then brief introduction, then methodology or results or research methodology, then results, discussion, then conclusion, then references or end note or references, here end note. If you use any technical word in your research paper, you must write at the before to submit the research paper, either SCI journal or Scopus. You must check your research paper. Then now, how to start write a research paper? Actually, this part is the beginners who are just start to write the research paper. First of all researchers should choose broad area or field of research. How to start to write a research paper? Whether you are interested in agricultural sector, or you are industrial sector, or service sector, or any other sector. When you will clear in your mind that I wish to work on agriculture sector or industrial sector or service sector or any other sector in your mind, then it becomes very easy for you that how to start my research paper. It is a research area. Now, second is selection of tentative research topic, title. title. Craft a concise tentative title of the research. It is not in the beginning or when you start to write the research paper, you just write a tentative title of the research. When it will be completed, then title may change. Then it may change. Then in the title, less should be more. It is a very, very clear. You must write title of the research paper in this way that less should be more, and title should be very, very clear, and your internal part must justify this title. Then you give your particulars, your name, your designation, name of the institution, your email, like this. Then first part, introduction, but in my opinion, we should write the word background in the instead of writing introduction. We should write the word background. Background of your, you write the word background or background of the research paper. What should be the part in this page? In my opinion, the background or introductory part of your research paper should not more than 1 page. If you wish to publish your paper in the journal or in a Scopus journal, it should be a very, very brief part. What should be the introductory part? Number 1, describe the problem. Describe the problem or phenomena under study, under review, relevant theoretical and empirical work. You must define in 1 paragraph. In the second part, clarity, research questions, objectives. Define the purpose of the study and list the specific objectives. I think it will cover not more than 1 or 2 paragraphs. If you will write so many long parts, 20, if the research paper is 20, then if 4 pages are concerned with the introduction, then this is not a actual research. I am sharing with my experience with the teachers and researchers. I was doing DLIT from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Then I submitted my thesis to Utkal University, and my first chapter, introduction, as you also many teachers completed their doctorate, we write the first chapter up to 30, 40 pages. And in the similar way, I wrote the first chapter of 32 pages, that is an introduction. And my work was related to e-banking. Then university sent my thesis in American University for the evaluation. You see, when the examiner evaluated my thesis, then he has not given any negative remarks. He found my number from net and he called me and he said, Mr. Arjinder Kumar Uppal, change your first chapter in 1 page. I do not need 32 pages of introduction in DLIT. Now it was a big challenge for me how to convert 32 pages in 1 page. You see, then again I asked him, sir, it is a very difficult how to convert my 32 pages in 1 page. Then he said, you just write what you have done, only 1 page, 1 paragraph, and what type of problem you faced, you write. You just introduce me, how you have conducted the research. This is an introduction. You do not introduce me what is e-banking, what is this and this. You just, that is an introduction. So what I have learned from his experience, each and every researcher should write how I have conducted this research. Either it is a PhD thesis, DLIT thesis, or it is a research paper. Then I think it will be completed 1 page. You will be surprised. I converted 32 pages in one page. In my daily thesis, the first chapter is of only one page. So in the same in the research paper, we should write the research introduction or background in a very brief. Then second part is we may say like this: what are the issues and challenges there? Who will solve these issues? What type of problems will arise? How to mitigate or minimize these problems? We may give answer of our first chapter in these questions also. There are 10 rules for qualitative research paper writing. Good writing is a crucial for successful career and productive research. Writing and publishing a paper is a process. Following it correctly is vital for the success of the paper and research. Here are 10 rules for writing and publishing research paper. Number 1. First rule, make it a guiding force. Your research paper should be useful for another person's. Similarly, be concise and objective. You must concern with your objectives in your research. Third, less is more. Write less, give more. Use the third person. Your findings of your research should be useful for the third person. In my opinion, if your research paper findings of your research paper is not useful for the society or not useful for the government, then your research paper is not good. So in my opinion, your paper should be a guiding force for the government, for the another person. Be specific. In a research paper, state your hypothesis, objectives very clearly. Be specific in the research paper. Acknowledge potential pitfalls. You must admit in the introduction part that these are the limitations or drawbacks of my research paper. Avoid repetition. There should not be a repetition in your research paper. Get feedback from friend circle. You must get the feedback from your friends that I have written such type of, this is the problem, and I written the research paper, and you check. Then he or she will give the some remarks and try, if they are beneficial for the research paper, kindly incorporate in your research paper. Similarly, if I will say, when we start to write a research paper, we give answer of 3 questions. One is what you plan to research. This is a very important paragraph in the beginning. Okay, this is my plan to research. Second paragraph, why it is a worth researching. You must write one paragraph why you are writing this research, how it is useful for the national level, how it is useful for the international level. In the same way, how the findings of your research will be useful for the upliftment of the society, how the findings will be used for the other subjects, other fields, how you plan to investigate. These are the 3 questions. Whether you PhD, whether you are writing the research paper, keep in mind these 3 questions, and the first part give answer of these 3 questions. Then a review of literature and how to find the research gap. This is again very important part in the research. Always try to make a literature review, showcase the researcher's comprehensive knowledge of subject, provide research context, emphasize existing work in the field, and comprehensive literature review helpful for determining the research questions and research. All the research questions should be related to the review of literature. Many times when we check the PhD thesis or review the research paper, review of literature is something else and your objectives are something else. Then your paper may be rejected. What I want to say, if there are two research objectives, then you must write that I have conducted review of literature, the following review of literature for the first objective. Then I have drawn a minor research gap. Then for the second objective, I have completed this type of research review of literature and draw a minor research gap. Then at the end, make a research gap, major research gap. On the basis of research gap, you may modify your research objectives. What I want to say, each research objective must be correlated with the review of literature. Then if I will say like this, what is the purpose of literature review? Show the relationship between previous studies or theories, find out what information already exists in the field of literature, and you must write what is known, what is unknown. You must write in this part. Then a review of related literature versus a review of related studies. The review of literature should be very, very important part of your research, and you try to choose some relevant paper, some reputed research papers make part of your review of literature. Then literature then on the basis of review of literature, find minor research gap for each objective, major research gap. Then this is the very important part, research questions. Before to write the research objective, you must write some research questions. Then nowadays there are so many tools are available to find the literature review. For example, if you are a student of medical, then this is the app software for then Google Scholar hai, Illicit hai, then Knowledge Maps hai, Research Rabbit hai, Connected Papers hai, even writing skills, Grammarly, Paperpal, Quillbolt. These are the some important tools which are maybe used for to find out the literature review. Citation, Jetro hai, Mandre hai, EndNote. These are the available tools nowadays. Then literature review steps. Define the problem in the introductory part, literature searching, summarizing, defining the arguments, detailed arguments, then drafting. These are the some steps when we make the literature review. Then this is a very, very important part in your research paper or in your PhD or DLit or DSc thesis. A research gap. A research gap may be in gap in population, sample size, gap in analysis, gap in implications, gap in methods, gap in concepts, gap in perspectives, gap in theory, gap in methodology. You must be very, very clear in your mind for which you are writing the research paper, which is how your paper is concerned with this type of concept. Or second, what is known and what is unknown. You must write in the research gap whether your research is addition to the existing literature or something it is a new, or how it is a new. You must be very, very particular regarding the research gap. Then Types of research gap may be theoretical gap, methodological gap, empirical gap, then time period related gap. You must very clear which type of research gap you have drawn. Then how this is a very important part in your research paper or in your PhD thesis. How your study or your research is different from earlier studies. In my opinion, when I review, I am actually working in 21 national and international research journals. And I reviewed many research papers related to finance. When I start to review the research paper, I always try to find this paragraph. How the research or study is different from earlier study. Is something is new or is it a addition to the existing literature? So every researcher keep in mind to write in a very beautiful language this paragraph. Then minor research questions, key research objectives, hypothesis. What are the hypotheses? Whether you are adopting null hypothesis, whether you are adopting alternative hypothesis. One more thing I have learned from my daily research that in the foreign they were not interested in the null hypothesis. They said we should adopt always alternative hypothesis. Then methods or research methodology. Research design in your research paper, sample design, universe of the study, time period of the study, type of data, statistical tools or method which we are using. Then scaling techniques, data processing, testing of hypothesis, whether we are testing at 1% or at 5%. Then what are the expected outcome? Significance of the findings of your study at national level, at international level, or even third, I will say, how your study will be beneficial for other fields. Then data collection method, maybe survey method, maybe interview method, maybe observations, maybe experiments, case studies, content analysis. So many methods are available to collect the data. Now, statistical tools or methods, nowadays, many statistical tools or methods are available. Data analysis tools, these are the some artificial intelligence related tools, but in my opinion, and this R software, efficiency software, or SPSS, they are good software to analyze, to make the tables or graphs. They are good. Then next is very important part, that is discussion. That is a very important part in you. Actually, this is your research, results and discussion. You must first of all find the result, whether something is declining or something is increasing, something is constant. Then discussion, give logic behind that. The logic which you will give, that matters in the research. So in each and every table, the researcher should write first results, then discussion. Discussion part is very important. Then the artificial intelligence tools. Now, emerging issues, challenges and opportunities. Each research paper has more possibility for the publication, that if a researcher is able to write the emerging issues from his research, then challenges, what type of challenges are there, how you give the suggestions to convert the challenges into opportunities. if you are able to write 1 or 2 pages on this issue, this is the real part of your research. Then suggestions, or there is a big difference between the suggestions and recommendation. In many research paper or a research thesis, at the end, students write the word suggestions. But in my opinion, we should not use the word suggestions. We should write the word recommendations, because we have conducted a empirical research and we should strongly give the recommendation. And in the recommendation, we should give strong logic behind that. We should not use the word suggestions. We should use the word recommendation. Then future areas of comprehensive research. All the researchers must draw what they have done, what they have not done, and which can be done in future. That is a future areas of comprehensive research. This becomes very, very useful for the further research. Then conclusion. Must conclude your paper in 1 paragraph, not 2, 3 paragraph. Only 1 paragraph is sufficient. Then end note. If you used any technical word in your paper, you must give the meaning of that concept at the end. Then you must, there are 4, the end note, then references. You must write the references, the not word bibliography. References mean which part you have referred in the text, you must include here. And the reference style should be as such as by the research journal, and it is a changeable. Then appendix. Present here the questionnaire, instrument used, and any other document which is relevant. You must in your research paper add this part. Now abstract. This is the important part. Abstract, normally we write in 150 to 200 words, sometimes maybe 300, but I think 200 words are sufficient. And what should be the part of the abstract? In my opinion, in the we should not write the headings, but we should give the answer of these points. Number 1, only 1 line introduction. Why you have written your paper? Purpose. What is the purpose of that paper? What type of method you are used? Methodology, results within 1 or 2 lines, and conclude your paper. I think it will be covered between 150 to 200 words. Maybe sometimes some journals ask for 300, but this part should be very, very strong in your paper. And at the end, you write here nature of the paper. Keyword. First of all, keywords, and keyword should be such that if you forget your name of your title of the paper in future, you just put in the Google 1 word and your paper should be open. If your paper opens, then it is a keyword. If does not open your paper, then it is not a keyword. So I think 5 to 7 keywords researcher must give. It becomes very, very useful for others and for yourself also. Or nature of the paper, whether it is an empirical research, you must write here. Then qualities of a good research paper, if I will say, the finding should be very useful for government document and government policies. In my opinion, if your findings are used by the government or or for the government policy, then your research paper is good. and you should try to get the certificate from the government that you have used my findings of my research, and you should give me this type of certificate. And this certificate is very, very useful for the NAC point of view also. Finding should be useful for the society. I think we make the research for the upliftment of the country, for the development of the country, development of the society. So finding should be useful for the society. Language-wise, grammar-wise, it should be correct and use suitable language. Size of the research paper should not more than 10 to 12 pages. I think 12 pages are sufficient. If it is a 20 page, 25 pages, then repetition may be sometimes there, or some part may be irrelevant for the research. Divide the whole paper into sub-parts. Then good research follows a systematic approach and research methodology. Good research acknowledges previous research on the topic. You must mention in your research, quote the research of other researchers. Good research use relevant empirical data and proper data analysis methods. Good research is guiding by logic. Good research has external validity. Good research is transparent. Good research acknowledges its limitations and provides suggestions for future research. Good research is also ethical, or I think plagiarism in your research should be very, very less, not more than 5%. And you must publish your research paper in a top research journal, maybe Scopus, maybe Web of Science, maybe SCI. In the market, if you will say, so many journals are cloned journals which are known, which are duplicated. Fraudulent journals are available. Before to submit the research paper, you must check your research paper that it should be a good research paper, good research journal. Then you should submit your paper, and try to do not submit your paper in the paid journal, because their policies are defective policies. Then there are so many different types of journals are available. Predatory journals, fraudulent journals are, misleading journals are there. We should try to avoid them. Then we should when we submit our research paper in the journal, our qualification, our experience, our previous research experience also matters. These are the some parts of research which I always use. For the researchers, I will share, if possible, one video. If this video is only for those who are going to start the research work. As earlier, one dignity personality was saying in the inaugural session, because research is not difficult, but we should make continuous efforts. With these words, I am very, very thankful to the organizers giving me this opportunity to share my research experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for the enlightening and knowledgeable words. Your presentation on Introduction to Research Paper Writing was received very well by our audience. It will be very helpful in enhancing our research skills. Now the time for addressing the queries. If anyone have queries, you're most welcome. Also, you can write in the chat box. If any queries are there, please write in the chat box, or you can ask.
There is one question, can we get this? Can you share your PPTs? Can we get this PPT? Definitely, I will share my PPTs to Dr. Meher Chandji, and you can get it.
So I think now no more queries. They are asking for PPTs. It will be provided.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
My question, I am in the field of mathematics,
Yes, ma'am.
and most of the time our work is not really based on research questions, like what like formulate research questions, but we will deal more with objectives. So in my own situation, how do I identify the gap in my work easily as a PhD student?
Yes, well, in my opinion, when we analyze in the review literature review part, various studies are related to our research work, then definitely we will get something new, and we may get something similar to our work. There are so many types of gaps may be there. We will identify which studies and the results or findings of earlier studies are similar to our study. We must write, and at the end, when you will conclude your research work, then you will submit whether your research will be something new from the earlier this, or it is a just addition that they have conducted the research and I have also conducted the research, and my results are have some variation from the earlier, maybe like this.
You want to ask anything?
Gangtak
Pankaj?
Nirpan, please, you can unmute your mic. Gangtak.
Okay, sir. Yes, I want to contribute to the question that the lady just asked in relation to how can she identify research gap in mathematics.
In mathematics.
Yes, she said that research area is in mathematics, and how can she identify research gaps in in that area?
Now I understand the question. Actually, my subject is economics.
No, I want to add to what you have said, sir.
Sir, I am again repeating the same words. Either you are student of or teacher or student of mathematics, physics, chemistry of any subject, and when you will try to write the research paper or PhD or any research, your research work, you will draw the research gap or research questions from the earlier studies.
Is okay, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Tanmoy Shingo. Actually, sir, in which process should I find whether the journal is in Q1 or Q2 or Q3?
In India?
Yes, sir.
In India. Okay, in India, there is a very clear or authentic information. It is given on our UGC site.
Okay.
There are very, very clearly written which journals are in Scopus list, which journals are in.
But sir, in many journals, there is not written over there. The paper, either the journal is Q1 or Q2 or Q3 or Q4.
Sir, then if the journal is not writing this part, whether it is in Q1 or Q2 or Q3, then it means it is a fraud journal. If a
no,
journal,
sir, actually, I find one journal is the journal is ACI, and the impact factor is only the given, not the Q1 or Q2 or Q3 is provided in some of the many journal. Actually, I am a PhD scholar, and I am submitted my thesis. But till now, I am very confused whether how to find the Q1, Q2, or Q3 and Q4 journals.
I think so, sir. You should consult the UGC साइट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट्स कमीशन है, उनकी साइट पे जाए and you check it whether it is the journal is in Q1, Q2, 3, 4 or not. That is a authentic answer.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Anyone else? I think now no more queries. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I am really very sorry for the beginning. I do not know why it was happening. It should not happen.
It's okay, sir. No problem. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. For your valuable guidance, it will be very much helpful for us.
Thank you so much.
In future also, we want help and we will seek support from your side.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
So tomorrow again, we will meet for the next session at 1 p.m. And the title of the session will be Research Methodologies and Data Analysis by Dr. Harmanpreet Singh Kapoor. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, madam. Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. My services are available for all the researchers. I will give my email address to Dr. Mihir Chand. You can discuss any problem related to research at any time.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.